So, other philosophies about where stuff should go. Has anyone who has written PHP in your functions.php file in your theme? Okay, so who's not? Okay, every theme has the ability to have a file called functions.php. And code you write in here works in your theme. Well, I'm not going to say most. Many themes don't have a functions file at all because they just don't need to add functionality. 2012 has a whole bunch of stuff in here. It says if the variable $content width is not set, then set it to 625. Here's one called 2012 Setup. It makes 2012 available for translation. And they do a whole bunch of stuff there. Add support for a custom header image. Include scripts and styles for front end. And you'll note that all of this stuff is related specifically to this theme. It's possible to write anything in here, and it's actually pretty common. At a simple level, you might write some code, let's see, to render your author under every post on your archive page in a special way. If you start getting more fancy, people start to write their code outside functions and then use the include function to pull it in. So there are lots of themes that have functionality built in. So you get a restaurant theme, and it has your restaurant menu stuff all in there for you. Or you get a realty theme, and there's all kinds of custom content types added for houses and whatnot. The problem with doing it that way is that as soon as you deactivate your theme or you change to a different theme, all that functionality goes away. All your custom content types go away. All your author rendering goes away. All that stuff. So in my opinion, any functionality-related code should be in a plugin. Anything specifically related to your theme should be in your theme. So for example, Startbox has a theme options page, and I've coded a whole bunch of stuff into functions.php to add options. But it's like stuff for my colors. I want to make it possible for my client to change the background color of the nav bar. And they could just go in and type that in. Well, if I change themes, the color is going to be completely different anyway. I don't care in the slightest. So functionality-related stuff should be in a plugin. Theme-related stuff should be in your theme, either in functions.php or in some other file that you would then include. And we're going to go over one more kind, Nectar mu-plugins. So in WP content, I just created a folder called mu-plugins. MU stands for must use. It used to stand for multi-user. So if you go looking for documentation and you find a cool blog article about how to do stuff, look at the date. If it's more than, let's see, when did WordPress 3.0 come out? Yeah, it's more than about 2 years old. It probably means multi-user plugins, and it's not what you want. That said, you're not going to find a lot of documentation about must-use plugins because it's so simple that there's just not much to say. A must-use plugin is one that always works. It's always on. You can't deactivate it. If it's in this folder, it's running, which means if you break it, everything breaks. So for example, I'm going to move Topher.php into mu plugins. Then, if I come over here and reload, so it tells me Topher.php has been deactivated due to an error. The plugin file does not exist because I moved it out of the plugins folder. However, you can see it's actually running. You're looking swell, Kate, because it's a must-use plugin. And you can see over here, there is no option to deactivate this. It can't be turned off. So when I'm building a website for a client and I'm building some custom functionality in there, custom content types or anything that I'm building for them, I almost always make an MU plugin file with their name on it, stick it in MU plugins, and put all my code in there. Because then they can't accidentally turn it off. It's not in the plugins folder, so they're unlikely to screw it up by getting in there and messing around. It can't be turned off. It always runs, and it's just always there.